Hello and welcome back to the I-League Season 2 European Group 2, I believe, qualifiers finals between Power Rangers and Virtus.pro. Up until now, we're 1-1. I'm Granite. I'll be joined once again by HeflaTV. And, well, we have a draft ahead of us. But as far as the game number 2 is concerned, I was super pumped to see a Huskar actually work out, but that just wasn't in the cards for Power Rangers. Ditchira did not impress.
Yep, but you're jinxing it. It's your fault. I officially blame you, Grandes. Like, you were like super like, oh, Huskar, everything's gonna be good. It's gonna be an amazing game. What happened? Less than 20 minutes, Virtus.pro just pushed it down. I mean, we knew this might happen, but then again, the start of the game looked like Power Rangers has the right recipe, the right idea to like repel the dev push that potentially comes out of Virtus.pro. But then they made some decisions. I mean, it comes down to item decisions and then the trades they went for. Like, I just didn't understand. I mean, Tranquil Boot, Storm, BOT's Rush, Jessica on the Batrider, and then trading a tier 2 tower for mid-racks. All these things, they don't add up for me. They don't make any sense, but then again, I'm just a stupid caster. I'm not a player, so maybe there was some sort of plan, master plan in the background. I just don't know about it. The fact is, Power Rangers, they just dropped the game. For the viewers, it's quite interesting because we're going to see in game number 3. For us, well, let's see. I mean, now it's going to be really a thrilled game because whoever wins here is through with the qualifiers in Euro B group.
Absolutely. Well, our draft is already ahead of us. Power Rangers is going to open up with a fairly strong Vengeful Spirit Tidehunter and Virtus.pro with an Ogre Magi Venomancer, excuse me. The second banding stage is also underway. Razor and Terrorblade taken out after the Jakira, DP, Brewmaster, and Puck.
Yep. So it's actually the first Tidehunter I see today. I mean, we had 3 games, Denial versus Virtus.pro, and the Tidehunter was banned in 2 of them. And for the games where he wasn't banned, he was never picked. Now we finally have Power Rangers with a big fat ultimate, the Vengeful Spirit as a standard one. And Virtus.pro, they stick to what they already had. This is pretty much a mirror draft at the moment. We have an Ogre Magi from the games before. He was in pretty much every game so far, and a Venomancer on top of it. This is the 3rd Venomancer we see played by G today. So let's see how this one is working out. To be honest, he had a lot of push potential and all that stuff in the game, but the plays really came down to, I think, the Jakiro. BCC made good plays, and G was just there. We had one big fat Poison Nova that actually changed the fight. It was the fight when it was already in their base. But apart from that, it was mostly one-on-one trades he went for. So it's, I don't know, I was not too impressed. His first Venomancer today was better in my opinion. Doesn't matter. We're gonna get a Necro.
Yeah, and Necro right now is just stupidly strong. The way that he changes the game is
10 seconds to go.
It feels incredibly useful for your team, especially since games right now are tending to go later. If you're able to deny somebody buyback and adding 30 seconds on a respawn timer, that's usually enough to push down a major objective, whether that objective is like Roshan or even going high ground into barracks. Right now, Power Rangers team fight is incredibly strong, and it's pretty obvious what they're going to go for as soon as they ban that Ancient Apparition, which is an incredibly good hero against Necrophos. But right now, that's really the only straight-up counter to Necro.
10 seconds to go.
Yep, I mean, I wouldn't even call it counter. At the moment, I mean, the Necro is just one of those heroes. I mean, I love him. Like, when you see HeflaTV ever in the pub, if you're in the 4.4 to 5k MMR trenched here, then you might see me, Europe East, Europe West. Then you will always see HeflaTV mid Necrophos, but well, we have to see. Necrophos at the start is kind of okay-ish because you can drive some people out of lane with your aura alone. So that's quite a nuisance. Then later, it all comes down to his ultimate. Like, the times you add on the respawn timer is just ridiculous. Like, if you have a Aghanim Scepter, obviously you prevent the buyback as well. But you don't even, like, most of the people at the moment don't even build the Aghanim Scepter anymore because, like, the buyback will just add even a more ridiculous amount of time on top of it if you get those people again killed. So right now, I just love it. And he even breaks the game sometimes. Like late game, Necrophos ultimates, the timer, your respawn timer is longer than the game can actually display, which is just nuts.
It is. Witch Doctor, the next choice for Power Rangers, and a wonderful support at that, comboing with the big AoE teamfight ultimate of Tidehunter Ravage, and even just like the Reaper's Scythe, dropping a Death Ward on somebody and then scything them down is almost assured kills if the Witch Doctor has enough levels to back up that spell. Vengeful Spirit also combos really well with the Witch Doctor throughout most portions of the game. The amplified physical damage from the minus armor of Wave, is really good with Witch Doctor, and then just the roaming ganking potential of these two. Anti-Mage is going to be the last ban from VP.
I definitely like the Witch Dog pickup because so far we don't have anything that can interrupt him except for the Ogre Magi. That's it. Like, unless the Nature's Prophet is going for an Orchid or something, you have nothing you can actually stop the Witch Dog. So right now in my mind I just see Tidehunter going in, Ravage, Witch Dog instantly putting out that Death Ward if he's far away from the Ogre, and then we have like a nice uptime on that Death Ward. So for number 5 pick, I would like to see something with the stun, but then again, it's also time for Virtus Pro to go for something core-ish, and that mostly comes without a stun.
Yeah, it definitely does. This is a bad pick for Virtus Pro. I'm personally not really feeling it. I don't really see what his major goal is to accomplish this game. If you're up against like a Batrider, Beastmaster, Mirana, these long duration single target disables, Abaddon Shield is really useful, but Power Rangers, their last pick, it's going to be a Lone Druid, and I actually think this Lone Druid pick is pretty legit for them. They're going to be fighting for the most part 4v5, but their 4 heroes that they're going to be fighting with are just so solid that I think they're going to be able to get away with this.
Yep, absolutely. Lone Druid, well, super tanky, will survive definitely a lot of assaults by Virtus Pro. I'm looking forward what we're gonna get on Virtus Pro in the 5th position, but right now I definitely like this. I mean, we have Magical Burst, we have the Death Ward, which is also nicely synergizing. I mean, right now we are looking at Death Ward, damage, Necroforce possibly finishing off and holding people in place. We have the Big Fat Ravage, we have swaps, forth and back in or out of the Death Ward, holding them in place with the Magic Missile, as well as the Entangle by the Lone Druid Spare. So that's definitely nice. And as I said, so far Virtus Pro, like, they don't have anything to prevent the Tidehunter from doing the Ravage. They don't have anything to prevent the Death Ward from channeling that through, except for the Ogre. I just don't see this happening. Like, I really don't see the big fat 5-on-5 team fights happening. Okay, Templar Assassin, but also not a hero that really stops anyone from doing this. And it's also a hero that is very allergic against Lone Druid, for example. If you have Vision on the TA and your bear is hitting him, like, nobody cares about reflections anymore. Alone the damage done by the bear, the hits plus the entangled ticks are taken off your refraction charges completely, and from there on you're just dead meat.
For sure. That's the first 2 games. The team that we judged to have the better draft lost the game.
True.
So
true.
Don't take our words at face value.
I wasn't all wrong. I said, like, I liked PR draft better in game 2, but that was before I saw their item choices and everything, and their choices about traits. I mean, this is something you can't really take away as a caster in like a prediction. But if that game number 2 would have been like 10 minutes longer or so, I would have still said Power Rangers will win it. For this game, well, Power Rangers is definitely my favorite draft here, and I'm not a Power Rangers fan by all means, but still, it just looks better to me. Maybe because it's more conventional, more traditional, conservative, however you want to call it. Virtus Pro, they're trying here a new approach. Still, over time, I still think they will lack damage, and I think Power Rangers has enough shutdown against G, for example, here on the Templar Assassin. But then again, Templar Assassin is a hero that is prone to snowball, so all you have to do is make it like cold and cozy for him, and then he starts to snowball into Avalanche, and that's all good. So let's hope for this, because that's what Virtus Pro needs to actually make a stand in this game.
Fair enough. For now, on the Radiant side, we are going to Virtus Pro with Yol handling the support. Ogre Magi is going to be followed by BZZ on the farming Venomancer. Mid lane Templar Assassin by God, and on to the offlane. We're going to have Jodam on the Abaddon, and presumably followed by Sidoi on the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, and on Virtus Pro... No, wait. Who did you just introduce? I saw,
Radiant.
like... Radiant. Okay, then I guess I go for Dire. It's not like I have many options here. On Power Rangers side, we have Jessica. He's going to be in the offlane, obviously, with the Tidehunter. In the tri-lane, we're going to have Sonaiko, J4, and DTRR on that core Necro. And of course, in the mid, we're going to see Shaklaw here playing that Lone Druid. And I'm looking forward to that Lone Druid. I mean, when it comes to cores, it's a direct duel, TA versus Lone Druid. Like, when it comes to, I don't know, CC all around it, my prediction is going towards Power Rangers. But at the moment, his Beaver is on top of the rune, and, well, he's even activating that rune with his bear, which is kind of funny. But in the end, Yol is just going for it. He's like maximum damage on the bear.
Yeah, right now this bear probably has to go all the way back to base. I don't know, he's going to stick it around for a little bit and give it a tango. He'll be able to heal up that bear for a little bit of damage, but that's a pretty significant loss, especially for a regeneration rune. Maybe if it's I'm not even sure what would be worth it there. Bounty Rune would have been a lot better. But for now, he's going to be okay in lane, but he's not going to have a resummon for quite some time.
And this name for the bear, like the cosmetic to get this bear, is so wrong. Because, I mean, seriously, the whole thing is called Spirit of Anger. But does this bear thingy look like angry to you? For me, this looks like a funny red beaver, like really cute and everything. So, I don't know. Spirit of Anger. I would have called him Fluffy Bear or something.
Fluffy Bear looks like an angry red panda to me, and I suppose they do have the Spirit of Calm, so, black and white panda versus red panda, who knows. Either way, we have some other lanes to talk about as well. For now, the Templar Assassin is doing well in mid. I doubt the bear is going to die, but if it does, that's huge.
Yeah, 300 gold right at the beginning of the game, that's always like a nice cash-in bonus you always take. That's nom 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 nom. It's like more than entire creep wave.
Oh yeah, and honestly, I'd rather have the bear than First Blood, although that's just personal choice, just because of how much it shuts down Lone Druid. He is going to have a fresh resummon though, so that's going to become irrelevant soon. Top lane, Tri-lane, doing just fine for PRs. The Necrophos is able to farm, but then again, the Nature's Prophet isn't shut down either. As far as First Blood potential is concerned, they're going to go into Jottam, looking for the Magic Missile, but the Paralyzing Cast doesn't bounce through. Jottam going to be dropped low by that Death Pulse, but not even close to Fatal Range. 150 HP, and he'll be able to tangle up on the sidelines.
Yeah, but still, like, they didn't spend a lot here, Power Rangers, and they do quite significant damage on those two guys. Plus, of course, all the time you are in the Heartstopper aura range, which means you're gonna lose tons of HP. Overall, Jottam and Sidoi, they will run out of consumables here in that top line. This is 2 minutes in. He's down to 1 tango, and on Jottam there's not much more. There's 2 tangos and a clarity left. But let's see. The Witch Dog actually coming in. There will be maybe 1 stun. Nope, they not even go for it, because they know there will be 1 aphotic shield to remove it. But they have 2 stuns. That's how they can work. They need to get 1 stun up, aphotic shield, and then the second stun. That's how they have to do it on this lane. But at the moment, they just try to be aggressive, and Heartstopper aura is playing in their favor, obviously.
Mid lane is going in favor of the Templar Assassin slightly, but bottom lane is being absolutely run by the Veno. Even with the double damage on Cheshire Cat, he's not able to do very much about this. Being zoned up by the Ogre, currently at a level disadvantage to the Veno, he's still going to be able to get his levels and farm up, especially if we see some ancient stacking later on for this Tidehunter. But still, it's pretty much a conceded lane. Virtus Pro are just innately getting an advantage in all 3 of their lanes.
Yep, absolutely. And oh, the Witch Dog is coming around. No, is this just for warding? No, he doesn't even have anything equipped, so I don't know what that was, but we have Yol. Yol being smoked up, and the bear actually scouting, but the bear doesn't reveal the smoke, so we have to see. I mean, in the range form, the Lone Druid is nothing but like a little target dummy with 644 HP, so he has to be careful about it. We have a level 2 Ogre, which means we have a slow and we have a stun. Plus, of course, the Templar Assassin. If he gets a meld hit in, it might be enough for a kill. And wow, considering we had like 9 kills in 2 minutes last game, and now we are 4 minutes in, we are looking for a First Blood. And there we go, even with Sidoi coming in, aphotic shield on him, and Shachlo, run for your life. But I think this one is too late. But never mind, the cast buying some time here. Witch Dog actually getting turned around. G is really trying it, but oh my god, now he's stunned under the tower. This is really bad news. He has cooldown, 5 more seconds, but oh my goodness, none of those people die. How do they do this? This is like walking hell forth and back, and it's not successful. OG being stunned just before the regeneration rune. He's bottling it up. Lucky bastard, I have to say.
For sure. If that was popped and then it gets cancelled, it could be huge. But in the end, Sidoi forced back to base. The supports from PR also not looking too healthy on mana and health. They're going to be out. But still, we have yet to see the First Blood, surprisingly enough. Ogre Magi is posturing down towards bottom, looking for a wraparound on a Cheshire Cat. But as far as kills are concerned, with 3 points up in the Kraken Shell, it's going to be a pretty damn hard one.
Yeah, but still, I mean, this fight, it costs so many resources. I was just about to say it. I mean, as I said, about this time last game, we were at like 9 kills or more, but oh my god, Chisaket is getting opened upon. He has 3 points in Kraken Shell. He's just TPing out, and there's nothing, absolutely nothing they can do, because they don't have a second stun.
Yeah, and now with Cheshire Cat holding on to those Tranquil Boots, he's going to be able to sit in lane more or less indefinitely. I'm going to say that fight in mid favors PR, not only because the Lone Druid survives, but Necrophos wasn't involved in that at all. So Dichiroi was able to continuously farm, and it looks like we're heading towards a Midas build for our Necro. But in the meantime, Smoke down bottom going to pop onto Yol. Magic Missile to start out, and they have a Paralyzing Cast if they even need it. Trying to chase him down. Yol's pretty darn fast, but not fast enough. It's Nico to draw first blood.
Yep, a beautiful Gale to slow them down, but unfortunately the Ogre, like from high ground to low ground, you have vision. There was even another cask just waiting for the Ogre. So we have finally our first blood 5 minutes into the game, and it's in favor for power range hits. But still, I mean, BCC did quite some damage on a tier 1 tower, fortifying like his position there, level 3 Plague Wards. The only problem is he doesn't have a bottle running like we have it on G, on his Venomancer in mid, which means he's kind of out of mana at the moment still. It's enough for some pressure on the tower, but it's way less aggressive Venomancer in comparison to the other game. So let's see where this one is going. 6 minutes in, it's a very farm-intense game, and so far, I'm surprised how well Sidoi's Furin is working out, just for the fact that Jodem is really there babysitting him. Jodem has nothing, like absolutely nothing. A TP scroll is all his net worth. Oh, but Tsunako being caught out here, and all these illusions, nah, he's just getting the hell out of there. TP again to the rescue.
Yeah, still there has been attempts for kills, but a very kill-like game, all said and done. And I think this is favoring PR, even though they are zeroed out in the net worth, and it's not a clear advantage just based on their lineup. I think that they'd rather have just the passive early start. Virtus Pro, they need to open up and look for kills. This Nature's Prophet, even though he's doing well, Shachlo and Mad, they're going to slow him down, but he's fine with the Vengeful Spirit, but the TPM from Zidoi might not make it so. Magic Missile popping the shield, no. Fire Blast for the Ogre to secure that kill, no. J4 in a heap of trouble. It's going to give a double kill to Yol.
Yeah, but he did the right thing though, Vengeful Spirit. He was well aware of the fact that he dies, but we had a Ravage bottom here, like there is the cask, and that's an easy kill. So if we take the entire map into one equation, this was a 2-for-2 trade. I'm not quite sure which one is actually getting ahead of this, because the Druid died and G was around for all the gold and all the XP, so I think this trade was actually in favor for Virtus Pro. But I was just about to say this, we are now having, we have 5 people now on level 6, which means we have Shachlo finally having his ultimate, so he's gonna get a bit tankier. Obviously, we have the Necro finally, so we have a Reaper Scythe if we want to, and also the Ravage. We just saw that, and well, the problem about the Venomancer is that if he's level 6, doesn't mean he has his ultimate, because the level 1 Poison Nova is really weak, so you don't even skill it most of the times.
Yeah. I'm not exactly sure who this passive start's favoring. I'm not a huge fan of Dictoro's choice to go for the power treads after a pretty easy lane for him. I would have liked to see the Midas personally on the Necrophos as a hero. Really starts to shine once he gets a couple of major items, and Midas is going to secure that for you. It's not a bad choice, mostly up to personal preference.
Well, at the moment he's being left alone, so it's quite okayish, but Sido always has the opportunity to farm here and there, and well, we have to see. I mean, Sido at the moment going for the build I despise so much, like 3 Null's Talisman. I mean, it's all cool because you get some right click, some stats and everything, but I'm just not a fan of it. I hate it so much. If he goes for the plate mail, my eye cancer is complete. I hate that build so much.
I really like that build if they are going to play this in the aggressive fashion that they should. I think this game fits with the Blade Mail style, even though it looks kind of awkward. I think it's been talked about plenty, especially if you're looking for rotations like this. The Null Talisman build starts to
bottom.
shine.
Look, they rotated in here. Chesaket doesn't have a Ravage, and he's pretty low. He's using his bottle, however, now, so he's regening up, but they really want this tower. Sidoi can come in with a level 3 Nature's Call, so that's a lot of creeps, and yeah, they want to go for Chesaket here, and the rotations are coming in. Sidoi going for the right click. Chesaket should fall down with all damage over time. That's definitely a guaranteed one, and they're even gonna get a tower. Nobody's claiming the right click for it at the last hit on it, but now cast flying. No, this is not gonna end, I don't know, into any kill further than this.
Yeah, they'll put a little bit of pressure on the tier 2 tower, but it's unlikely they'll be able to take it outright. Templar Assassin gets her way up towards top. It looks like a drums build for G. Lone Druid's been left alone, but Chachlo's immediate impact, even if he does get items, isn't really all that impressive. Currently boots on both him and the bear, and a quelling blade for the bear just to help with those last hits for himself. Not exactly sure where his build's going to go, but Midas or Radiance, either choice, is completely fine. I'm not sure if a fighting build's really all that great, but if he goes for phase or orb onto the spirit bear beforehand, that's also acceptable.
Yep, absolutely. And well, let's see. I mean, BCC is not planning on leaving that lane. He feels it's like all home here, like a lot of aids, a lot of little plague wards that look like little brothers of Venomancer, and they're gonna like fortify around that tier 2 tower, so he's not planning on leaving, but maybe he's gonna pay for it. At the moment, the Vengeful Spirit is getting in position. He's not level 6, so we don't have like a short range swap or whatever, and well, Shaklo is gonna pick up that bounty rune. I think that's the rune BCC was heading for. Now he's gonna discover like that his rune is gone. But G, oh my god, G. He wants to wrap around, scouting with that trap, but no, there will be no one there. Does that mean Power Rangers give up the tier 1 tower in the mid? It definitely looks like it at the moment.
Yeah, it definitely does. God is hasted, and that's not really a fight you want to take up against a Templar Assassin. They'll pull off the creep aggro with a Wave of Terror, but Nature's Call doesn't care about that one. Tier 1 tower is going to fall with no direct trades in sight, although Ditcheraw is putting pressure onto the tier 1 tower top. If they don't get back immediately, he is going to be able to take it. Nature's Prophet secures the last hit on the mid T1.
Yep, so Power Rangers, they just don't want to go into this, and I guess that was also the right decision. What I don't like at the moment is that we don't see any activity by Ditcheraw. I mean, sure, it's nice that he's farming, he's even doing the side pulls, but at the same time, like Zidoy is finding farm and whatnot, like, let's see what's happening. Jessica in the mid, he has the Ravage, and he's looking for it. He has no means of initiation right now, as in Blink Dagger, and we also have the Treens just scouting it out, so BCC is there, and nope. It's just some harass coming out on him, and in the end, there's no initiation. But the Beaver is coming in, and now we need some entangles. We want to see entangle action here, Bulldog style, but it's not happening. Like, if BCC had an entangle here, that might have been interesting, because there is a Ravage in the background, and we also have a Necrophos ultimate waiting to be released on anyone. But no, it's not happening. So much hype for nothing.
For now, it's a casual Morbid Mask for the Spirit Bear, actually. Mask of Madness Bear is the thing you can do now that the Spirit Bear does have a mana pool to actually sustain that, and maybe that's the option this game. It kind of feels like it's just going to be casual, however.
Someone's dropped out like a
Yeah, but I think we finally have some result here. Chissacat, he was caught out, stacking those ancients. He's not gonna use that Ravage, no. He's just gonna get blown up. And to be honest, now they see that ancient stack being super low, and I think Virtus Pro is gonna say, thank you, I really want that. And yeah, G is already coming in, they have Plague Wards, and Ditcheraw is gonna be held back by a lot of aids here at the moment, or even the Gale is coming out, and now they kind of open on him. He's dying so fast, not after he, well, at least got that Reaper Size off, but into Jotem. Jotem going down. Nice cast on that Death Ward, but it's not doing enough damage. It's only enough for a TA, and they're running. Now, Zidoy in the background, nice Sprout, surrounded by trees, make that a full 5-man wipe, and if they want to, they can even finish off those Ancients. They already started with it. This, I don't even want to look at how much gold they just got, but it translates into 4k, 5k swing. If they finish off the Ancients, even more. If they finish the tower, this is beyond belief. This is like 6, 7k. Just like that.
The fight recap isn't going to reflect that because it's just looking at the rock hills, but they still, at least, 3 stacks of Ancients. They leave 2 large ones for Cheshire Cat to farm up, but either way, dominating performance from VP. I was hesitant about their draft, but the way that they're playing it this game around is absolutely perfect. TP up towards top. Ditcheraw is in a heap of trouble. After the Meld Strike, they're just going to be able to give him the rundown. One heal does not do it for the Necrophos, and right now, PR, they're struggling to find anything on this map. This next Ravage needs to be miraculous.
Yeah, I also don't understand, like, what was this Reaper Size about? Like, I mean, like, there was unfortunately not enough, oh, never mind, top. They found the Beaver here, Shachlo in the trees, surrounded by it. He doesn't even use his ultimate, but there's no point in it. I mean, he's, oh, never mind. On Yul, he's gonna get it. Now he's quite tanky because he's using the ultimate, but Zidoy doesn't care. Like, he's gonna go for the mech build, by the way. No Blade Mail, he's going for the mech.
Yeah, I love it. I think this is the right way to play. Like, mech or Blade Mail, just go for that really aggressive Nature's Prophet build. I think this is, you can't really have a better choice. With the rest of your teammates, it's a fairly snowball-centric lineup from VP, and they're making it work. Last game they had some questionable item choices, but they definitely are capable of making good ones. They're showing it this game. Cheshire Cat cutting the creep wave might be in a little bit of trouble if they have any disables onto him with the Venge and Witch Doctor in reserve. It could be a turnaround, but for now it's just a casual paralyzing cast that bounce once to Zidoy. Everything else is going to be diffused.
That was like a 3-on-2 situation here, and they didn't go for it, even though the Ravage would have been available. Well, Jessica at least finds that bounty rune to refresh his bottle. Still, top. We already have the pressure there. BCC, will start putting a lot of plague wards around that. But we have a rotation here. But Titan, the first thing he's gonna get in his face is a stun with a multicast. Ravage coming out, but there's no follow-up. The entire team is still on the way. They're still around the base. And now, well, Sidoi is TPing directly in. That's maybe a bit too aggressive, but the Mac being used, he just freshly acquired this one. And now all hell is breaking loose. A lot of poison, but the Reaver's Dive finishing off the Venomance. And now it's all about what do they get with the Death Ward here. G is trying to run, but that's pretty much it. It's a 3-for-2 trade at the moment, but Chaklo is still alive. Sidoi, but he needs the Beaver. Now he has to resummon. He's resummoning right now. Cask really forth and back. Yo, where's the Entangle? We need Entangles, but it's not gonna happen. And with the heal of Abaddon in the background, that's pretty much it. So it's a 2-for-4 trade with a tier 2 tower as the icing on top. Power Rangers, they're losing more and more here.
That would have been an absolute disaster for Power Rangers. Sneeko didn't get off that ultimate. But even so, all of the gold that they got from that fight, or at least the vast majority of it, is in the pockets of that Witch Doctor, which honestly isn't that impactful at this point in the game since he really didn't have much to begin with. His Agnum Scepter is still eons away until he's able to complete that up, and VP, their aggressive lineup is working. Honestly, Ogre should probably save his Fire Blast for the Witch Doctor, but in a couple of 100 gold, that's not going to be relevant at all. Almost completing up that Agnum Scepter. He's about 600 gold away from it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Power Rangers, they have one tier 2 tower left, so this is the last game of a best of 3 series, and it's a 1-1 standing at the moment, which means they're not gonna GG out lightly. They will try to fortify in their base, but at the moment, it's just the decisions and also the timing. I mean, you have to say the timing was very unfortunate. Like, the mech just came up for this fight, so Virtus.pro was very eager to, like, engage into this fight. Not to mention that the Ravage was out without any crazy follow-up, and the bear had no bear. So that was really, really bad news. Like, that Power Rangers only lost 4-for-2 in this trade. That was kind of a surprise. This could have gone even worse. But talking about worse, it's 14-6. We are 16 minutes in, guys, and they're gonna get Roshan. So Virtus.pro, like, I don't know, on this wave of confidence with the Aegis on G, I think they're just gonna go for the next tier 2 tower and then look into high ground.
Why not? Right now, PR, I'm gonna touch on that Lone Druid again. Especially, in particular, his item choice this game. He's gone for the Mask of Madness on the Bear, which is an item that I quite like. They're going to shackle him up. He will be able to eat through that with a Quelling Blade. Getting back into the base is going to keep himself alive. And the Bear's still going to town, but not getting any roots. The Gale, tags his butt, but they are going to get a Fire Blast and multicast to boot.
Oh, that Ogre, it's so hilarious. He sneaks that kill secured, but in the end he's like just clapping his hands and TPing out into his fountain. That's just fine. I mean, the Druid down again, and Virtus.pro doesn't even have to pay anything for it. Like, on top of that, they even got a deny in the top tower at the moment, so even less gold for Power Rangers to sneak. And, well, I was happy to see a Lone Druid. To be honest, 17 minutes later after the draft, I'm not happy anymore, because at the moment it just doesn't work out.
Yeah, it's not. With the build he's going for, you need to be aggressively pushing towers and aggressively split pushing, but they're completely bottled up. Their map control is non-existent. They have a couple of sentry wards here and there, but outside of that, their vision is completely restricted. They have hardly a map to work with.
Yeah, it's just not working at the moment, and well, let's see. I don't know. Like, I don't even know what to say. Virtus.pro has this game so in their crap. Like, we're heading towards almost a 10k experience lead, and the gold is just insane with all this tower advantage and all those kills they have. 12k, heading towards the 14k, and maybe even more with that tier 2 tower down. The next step is high ground. I just don't see Power Rangers stopping it at the moment. Their counter push is fairly limited.
It really is. Power Rangers at this point in the game cannot be comfortable. They have the Blink Ravage available for Cheshire Cat, and anything short of a 5-man Ravage with the Witch Doctor ultimate going through is not going to be enough. And Digiross swapped out. It's going to save his life at least for now, but the tick damage is still going to work, and an unrefined Fire Blast from Yul is going to end his life. Clean 2-0 for VP, and they're going high ground. Glyph is going to delay this push for a little bit. Buyback forced out by the Necro, and this is the fight that has to win PR convincingly. They have to wipe everybody with these ultimates, or else it's completely done. There's your Ravage. Where's the follow-up for it? Death Ward's not even going out. They get a Scythe on the Sidoi, and that's going to be the end of Sidoi's life. He has buyback, and he's going to spend it. They turn on the Necrophos. That's a dieback for him. Sneeko channeling his ulti. They're not canceling it, but it's not doing enough damage. Silence up now. Sneeko brought down after the Orchid has been applied. Cheshire Cat eats through the trees, but now triple multi-casted down by Yul. It's going to be VP convincingly taking the first racks of the game, and honestly, it feels like PR completely through.
Yeah, I mean, right now, I'm not so sure if Virtus.pro can actually go for a second set of racks, because it will take them some time to go for the tier 3 tower, and the response time is really low still. But I just, even if they all respawn, I just don't see it happening at the moment. But they go for it nevertheless, they should, obviously. So working on that tier 3 tower in the mid, and the racks is gonna be the same. Virtus, like in the best case scenario, Power Rangers only lose 2 racks. But if Virtus.pro says like, yo guys, we just keep on fighting even after those racks. If you win it, we just finish the game right here. Like, this is what I like about Virtus.pro. If you bleed, they're gonna just pinch you there even more, so it hurts even more. And yeah, they're gonna join into this fight. The Beaver is already on the way by Shachlo being stunned up, and the Ogre at the moment being already a nuisance alone. Witchdog being down. Shachlo is the next one to follow. The ultimate, the Nature's Draft, is gonna do so much. Jisaket, he doesn't have the ultimate, so he's going down. I think we just see our GG fight right now. Jisaket, he's running, maybe surviving, while the last row of him is just going down. It's a full 5-man wipe. Last Rex would die right now, but before that happens, we have a GG call. Power Rangers, I'm very sorry, but Virtus.pro definitely deserved to win this game. Like, nice plays coming out. The second draft was a surprise to me, but they got it through. The third draft was more a standard game, but this was not the Power Rangers we saw in game number 1. This was, I don't know, really slacking performance in comparison.
It really was. Virtus.pro going to take it in a convincing fashion. I love their aggressive style of play. They didn't give Power Rangers a chance in this game. It was just up and up with their advantage throughout it. If you like the casting you see here, you can follow us on HeflaTV at Twitter, Facebook, and here on Twitch. And if you want to watch more later on, we are going to have on our ESFX stream the Yard Red Festival, which will be going on immediately. So
so right now it's even up. It's even up on D2L, so you can bet there on Dota 2 Bestiolo as well as Dota 2 Launch. The Yard Red Festival is on the ESFX stream. Here on HeflaTV 2, we're gonna host over to HeflaTV 1 because there's still GG League going on. Album Sheet versus Vega Squad. That's going on as we speak right now. So head over to HeflaTV 1. And of course, then BOCE is starting on our Hitbox channel. We have CCK versus Denial and BBC versus Album Sheet coming. Also 2 games that are very exciting. One of them is on Dota 2 launch. All the others are on the other betting sites. I think even Gozo Gamers, you can add items there if they fix their bots. So a lot of things to bet here. We have an entire game of Dota for you guys. And of course, all the news is as usual on Facebook and Twitter. My name is HeflaTV, and casting with me was Mr. Grandis. I think we're gonna see, yeah, this combo on the ESFX stream as well. So see you in a bit, guys. Half an hour maximum, I think. Yeah, that should be it.
Yep.
So
thanks for watching, and see ya.